And Tommy Mottola is a devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm gonna say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
So, please don't videotape what I'm gonna say, okay?
Today we're looking at celebrity TikToks that will make you rethink everything.
That was Gate, right?
Yeah, I was in that too.
You was in Gate?
That's what they
Oh,
said.
you wow.
I was eating baby.
You up there. They think.
Thank you to all the channel members for support. We are really close to 50k subscribers. If you guys would subscribe and push me over that edge, that would be amazing. Today's riddle is, what four-letter word can be read forward, backwards, upside down, from left to right, or even right to left and still be the same thing? If you guys know, put it down in the comments. With today's video, you would be surprised the things that you could find out about these celebrities, so make sure to watch till the end. And if you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe. Dude, what is going on with Wendy Williams lately? Apparently they have her like isolated from everyone. I think she's just going through something like really tragic.
All right, so why is the internet calling Hailey Bieber a psychotic stalker? First of all, what you gotta understand is these allegations are absolutely not new. People have been saying for years, yo, y'all gotta watch out for Hailey. The internet said, they said, we got evidence. She wildin'. The internet said. But here's where Hailey Bieber had a problem. A man named Internet Oddities combined all of the evidence and put it into one TikTok video. People said, oh, the internet started to finally take notice. And here's how the story goes. Hailey Bieber married to Justin Bieber. Cool. But before Hailey Bieber was Justin Bieber, her name was Hailey Baldwin. Does that last name sound familiar? Yes, she's part of the Baldwin family, a family of actors. Her dad's name is Stephen Baldwin. Her uncle's name is Alec Baldwin. So Hailey Baldwin, big fan of Justin Bieber, as most teen girls and most people in the world were. When Justin Bieber had that little swoop, it was up. Boy was a megastar, untouchable unless you had connections. Hailey Baldwin goes, Daddy, I want to meet the boy with the swoop. He says, I got you. So Stephen Baldwin introduces his daughter Hailey to the boy with the swoop. And the crazy part about all this compiled stuff is all this stuff is on video. So he's saying, yo, Justin, my daughter is a huge fan. Justin goes, appreciate you. Hailey goes, she's nervous. She don't really say nothing. But damn, them fans started to notice her in a few other pictures. But okay. What if it's a coincidence? She a big fan and all that. Besides, Justin Bieber at this time dating Selena Gomez. Ain't nobody gonna get between that. Except for Justin and Selena, because they break up. Justin says Selena was the love of his life, all that. Hailey said, love of his life? That's because he hasn't met me yet. Hey, look, it's Kendall Jenner. Now lock into the story, because we about to go on a roller coaster. Kendall Jenner, friends with Hailey Bieber. But see, Kendall Jenner's also friends with Justin Bieber. So Hailey said, yeah, introduce me. Kendall said, I got you. Kendall introduces Hailey and Justin. They start hanging out. Hey, look, it's Devin Booker. An interviewer goes to Justin. They say, okay, I see you and Hailey. Justin said, hey. Oh, no. I'm just chilling right now. You know, I'm not dating nobody. Interviewer said, damn. Hailey said, damn what? You heard what my man said? We just chilling. The interviewer said, nah, girl, you just chilling. Turn around. Hailey turns around. God damn. Justin back on his bulls. He back together with Selena Gomez. Hailey said, ah. Everybody said, okay, Selena, Justin, we see y'all. Justin said, yeah, like I said, love of my life. Ain't nothing funny. They break up again. But then Hailey slides through like Jordan in Game 6. In fact, Hailey comes through with so much game, she gets married to Justin Bieber like 6 months after Justin breaks up with Selena. Now, everything I told you is basically documented by the media and all that. This is just celebrity stuff that people know. But here's where things start to get wicked. Fans then started to notice something. Inexplicably, Hailey Bieber starts taking photos similar to Selena Gomez, posting them. In fact, Internet Oddities just compiled a list of every time she did it. And what you're about to see is quite remarkable. Bing, bop, boom, bang, zoom, zow. And since I ran out of words, we're gonna stop. Well, after this one, because this dress is pretty nice. And so all this had people going, that's quite peculiar. Selena Gomez then does a cooking show. Hailey Bieber does a cooking show. And the shows are remarkably similar. Down to the script, down to the frame. Now, there's a lot more evidence that I'm not gonna mention because I'm pretty sure you get the point. So the internet goes, Hailey, you're insane. Hailey goes, she don't say nothing. And since Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez hasn't said anything about this story officially, this whole story boils down to just a theory. Granted, people do have a lot of evidence for this theory, but I don't know. This video was meant to explain to you why people are mad at Hailey Bieber right now. not to make you think this or that or say this person's right, this person's wrong. That being said, well, we're ending the video here. No need to dive into their relationship or whatever, because again, that's not this video. See ya.
Dude, I literally have a video of Justin Bieber telling Hailey Bieber that he could just replace her at any second of the day. It's hilarious. I might honestly throw it in there right now.
If you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, that's actually hilarious. Tell she definitely has like a Selena obsession, because she knows that this man Justin Bieber is obsessed with Selena Gomez. And later in the video, we're gonna actually see more context on that.
Mr. Beast once again tried to make himself a part of another meme, but this time it went terribly wrong. So as many of you know already, it's now a trend to dress up as Minecraft characters and go see the Minecraft movie. A similar trend to what people were doing during the Minions movie. Well, Mr. Beast decided to join in on this trend and take it a step further by going with not only him, but 75 other people dressed up as Steve. He went with all these people, bought all their movie tickets, bought all their costumes, bought all the food they ate. You could tell that Mr. Beast thought this video was going to go viral and that he thought it was a great video he made. But instead, as soon as Mr. Beast uploaded this video, he received the most hate I have ever seen. The reason people are so mad is because Mr. Beast just seems to do this with every new meme. And because of this, the video is very underperforming, especially for a Mr. Beast video. The video actually did so bad at one point that he took it down completely and re-uploaded it. It's been over 8 hours now, and the video only has 2.4 million views, which would be a lot for any other creator, but for Mr. Beast, that is nothing. Mr. Beast spent so much money on this video just for it to not do well and flop. If you check Mr. Beast's TikTok account right now, I can guarantee he either took down this video completely or the video has a very low amount of views.
Heard the crazy conspiracy theory that celebrities get mentally frozen at the age that they got famous. These examples will explain a lot. Taylor Swift has confirmed that she is a victim of this conspiracy theory.
You know, there's this thing people say about celebrities that they're frozen at the age they got famous, and that's kind of what happened to me.
Her pathological people-pleasing is definitely a quality of an agreeable, shy teenage girl. The arrested development of celebrities may offer an explanation as to why Leonardo DiCaprio only goes for women under 25. As he got worldwide famous in 1996 when he was 22. His type back then was ingenue, stereotypical supermodels who were his age, and they grew out of that, but he never did. Don't turn 25, baby, you're too sexy. An extreme example could be Michael Jackson, who got famous when he started performing at the age 5. And without getting into the dark side to respect everyone involved, he did admit he bought the Neverland Ranch to be a sanctuary for kids to have a perfect childhood experience that he never got to have because of fame. And maybe he saw himself in those kids. I think there's more to the eternally 12 birthday cake Mariah Carey always has. Selena Gomez got worldwide famous when she was a preteen. Maybe that could explain why she's addicted to middle school drama. Before I tell you the craziest example, for a deeper dive in this theory with these examples and more examples, go check out the video version on YouTube and the audio version for my podcast. The craziest example of this that got me really thinking about this week is when Miranda Cosgrove said she has never drinking before because she's never had a reason to. What a strange thing to say. And she doesn't smoke and will only swear a little bit, but she thinks it's like endearing, like when it's funny when a little kid swears and everyone laughs. Then I got to thinking, oh my god, she's frozen at 5 years old, Drake and Josh. She's frozen at Megan.
Girl, don't let no man have you believing he is over you, because Justin Bieber just confirmed that even though him and Selena have been over for over 7 years, he is not over her. Justin Bieber went from not ever posting at all to continuously posting the past several days, and he just posted girls on social media when they get engaged. Very clearly talking about Selena. Now, when I say he can't be over her, it's been 7 years, so like all of us just like saying like maybe this is all about her, it's definitely about her. Which just goes to show that Justin Bieber is just as human as the rest of us, and sometimes we gotta do a little bit more than crying whenever a relationship ends, even if that relationship is one that you caused to break up. What does Hailey, his wife, have to say about this, as her husband is now openly spiraling over the fact that his ex-girlfriend is now engaged to Benny Blanco? She hasn't said much, but she did unfollow him on Instagram right as all of this posting tirade started. You have to remember that Wendy Williams was not only right that once Selena moved on, that Justin Bieber would have like a major breakdown issue over her moving on, that he's also lost a friend and producer through Benny Blanco, because since him and Selena started dating, Benny has cut ties with Justin so that he could focus on Selena. However, since posting this video about Selena's engagement, Benny Blanco has come back with a post of his own.
Well, you know, we're always happy to see you, Donkey.
But Fiona and I are married now. We need a little time, you know, to be together. Just with each other.
So while Justin Bieber's team would like us to think that he's making peace with Selena Gomez moving on with Benny Blanco, since he's now happily married with Hailey and they have a kid now, all of these posts related to this engagement and this couple in general, along with his live tweaking whatever is happening while he's making an album, say otherwise.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've seen Justin Bieber's posts online, and he's definitely on I would say a manic episode or something. People believe that he's actually on drugs. He said something there like, this is proof that celebrities are just humans like us. Like, obviously, like, I don't know why when people get like this high status, all of a sudden they're just looked at as like a god. Like, they're just better than everyone. They don't have emotions. They don't feel like. Got a lot more videos, so make sure y'all are staying tuned, bro, because these get crazy.
They called me a conspiracy theorist, and then, well, Britney Spears. You know? They called me a conspiracy theorist, and then Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? They called me a conspiracy theorist, and then Joe Francis and Matthew Perry. They called me a conspiracy theorist, but Chester Bennington. They called me a conspiracy theorist, but then Dan Snyder. They called me a conspiracy theorist, and then Amanda Bynes. Time and time again, they've called me a conspiracy theorist. But what about the Olsen twins? They all called me a conspiracy theorist. And then Aaron Carter, you know? See, the problem is, when some of us bring up some of these celebrities and how they look different, and their life is gone, and their faces are altering, all of you run into my comments on defense mode. But the problem is that maybe we shouldn't keep our mouths shut anymore. And if these kinds of things can happen to grown-ass men,
They trade their bodies to go and get the role. They get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So
then it can happen to anyone. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that we make is saying that it only happens to certain individuals and not all of them. And a lot of times when I'm talking about celebrities and I'm talking about how they're changing physically, it has a lot to do with what they are engaging with spiritually. And you'll begin to see with some of these celebrities how their light is gone and how a lot of them are just shells of what they once were. And we all have eyes to see and ears to hear, so I suggest you guys start using it.
I'm a big believer of this thing called as within, so without. Basically, how you're feeling on the inside and how you're spiritually feeling affects what you deal with in the external. And a lot of these celebrities, you could definitely see that, like, they seen something, been through something, or did something that kind of internally gives them conflict, and that's why they have this, like, some celebrities have like this dead stare, if you know what I'm trying to say. If you guys have any examples of celebrities that have that stare, put it down in the comments.
You know.
Has the Illuminati approached you about sacrificing anyone to make it happen?
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, according to the internet, I've been in the Illuminati. What's the thing where they said people eating babies? What was that?
That was Gate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in that too.
You was in Gate?
That's what they
Oh,
said.
you wild. They wild.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was eating babies.
You up there.
Wow.
They think you like...
So what is that?
Wow.
So Illuminati, not the same thing. No, I don't think it's
it might be the same elite circles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they eating babies for sure.
That's what they say, yeah.
They eating babies.
So the restaurant is going to be a baby-based restaurant, so you're going to eat babies. What is it? What is it?
Don't play like you don't know, Kevin. We've seen other interviews.
I call it the room with the door behind it. You never get to that door. We always got through the first door. Yeah. We were so excited about being in that room that we never looked at the next door.
Cuts the break.
I'm going to stop right here.
Look.
We're back. This is...
Like, come on, this look on Jay-Z's face says it all. Guessing here, he finally went through that door.
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just, you've been on, Oh, they're in the room.
Yeah.
And Tommy Mottola is a devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
So, please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Because the companies take advantage of them. They really do. And Sony being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but They never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
Yeah!
So, we can't let them get away with what they're trying to do, because now I'm a free agent. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. And it's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. Because every album that I record, I write, like, literally, I'm telling you the truth, I write at least 120 songs every album I do. So I can do the box set and just give them any 2 songs. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony's, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business, you know.
Tell him! Say it, Michael! Tell the story!
But so the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. But I've always said, you know, good art never dies. Thank you. I love Unbreakable. You know, turn that off, please. No, what? I don't mind. Tape it.
Oh! Michael is getting gangster today! Yeah.
Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tony, came to me crying. She was crying so badly I had to hold her. And she said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated.
Oh! There you go!
We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't. I just want you to know I appreciate everything you've done. You've been amazing. You're so loyal, Diana. Everybody, Waldo, all the people here, I love you all. You've been amazing.
Thank you!
I love you.
That's definitely the sole reason why they tried to come after Michael Jackson. Like, I feel like all the things with the kids and all that thing, I feel like that was Sony's trying to take him down. That was the Matrix attacking him. That's what I feel like.
So Terrence Howard just explained perfectly how Diddy operates, how Diddy does Diddy things. And this all makes sense in a moment. But first of all, if you don't know Terrence Howard, he's an actor. He did movies like Hustle and Flow, man. He did a show called Empire. He was on Iron Man. You might have seen him on there. But he's also known for saying questionable things in interviews, like how he has simulations of vortexes and how he's about to gravity, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, back to the point. He says one day he's chilling at home, and he gets a call from Diddy. And I can tell you right now, that's when Terrence Howard had a problem. See, Diddy called him and told him, look, Terrence, like the TikToker said, you an actor, right? Terrence said, yeah, that's me. Diddy said, hey, can you come through to the crib, you know, give me a few acting lessons? Terrence Howard says, of course. Terrence said as soon as he pulls up to Diddy's crib, Diddy just posted, staring at him. Terrence said, okay, well, the first lesson to being an actor, Diddy said. Terrence said, Diddy said. So Terrence thinking, oh no, man, we gotta change the scenery. So he says, hey, Diddy, you was also talking about music, right? You wanna show me some music? Diddy said, Terrence said, all right. They go downstairs. Diddy got a studio in his crib. You know, Diddy rich. Diddy showing him some songs. But Diddy posted still, staring at him while he playing the song. But Terrence, all he thought was, okay, this is a little weird. I'm a little uncomfortable, but Terrence doesn't really know what to think, right? So Terrence goes back to the crib. Terrence's assistant pulls up and says, yo, by the way, Diddy wants to hang out with you again. Terrence said, what did he say the reason was? The assistant says, well, I think he wanted to watch Netflix with you. If you don't know what that means, look in the comments. Terrence says, oh, I'm never hanging out with Diddy again, I guess. Now, let me explain a bit further, because the assistant didn't just come out and say, oh, Diddy wants to watch Netflix with you. It's what you can get from somebody's tone. You know what I'm saying? It might be in a look. It might be in a touch. It might be how they work their voice. But this is what I mean by Terrence kind of explained how Diddy operates. He's just so bold. I'm telling you right now, from all I've researched, from the stories, from the interviews, his boldness is what shocks me the most. Straight up staring at people, straight up licking his lips, straight up saying wild things like, oh, you look good in that type. Like, he told 50 Cent, yo, 50, let me take you shopping. 50 said, I'm 50 Cent. Why would you need to take me shopping? Diddy said, I just want to take you shopping. I want to buy you things. Damn, that's bold. But hold on now, it's never enough just to go out to the media and say, hey, Diddy gave me this look. You know, Diddy said he's going to take me shopping. People like, people gonna rationalize, you know what I'm saying? It's something that people can't believe. But now that it's out, now that people know Diddy be wildin', hindsight, people can look back and say, oh yeah, he was weird. So I feel like this is how Diddy got away with these alleged things for so many years. He'll do something insane, do something bold, but he'll bank on the fact that people are probably gonna say, oh, you're just imagining it, or you're just exaggerating.
Dude, I wonder if someone has ever if this probably happened before, if someone has ever accidentally just not have done the bolts right and then the tire falls off while they're driving at like Mach speed.
Very, very bad news for TikTok. You might want to start downloading all your videos like now. So if y'all haven't heard, the tariffs are off the table right now for most countries, except for China. They're essentially getting the Pro Max version of the tariffs right now. And China, as you know, still owns TikTok, and they're not happy with these tariffs at all. So as of right now, TikTok is no longer for sale. Now, I do want to say that could change in the future, but there's not a whole lot of time for that to change. TikTok has like 70 days before it'll just naturally be banned again due to the extension stuff they're doing. But the only reason they've extended the ban so much is because there have been deals for American companies to acquire TikTok in the works. Now that China's changing their stance and saying we're no longer selling, there's no longer an American company that can buy TikTok because they're not selling. Now, whether or not we actually get to keep TikTok will be completely up to whatever happens with these tariffs. I mean, China and America could definitely work something out with the tariffs. That's basically what's happening with every other country. It's like a work in progress. But again, due to how everything is like being constrained by time when it comes to the ban, a deal might be worked out too late and TikTok might already be gone by the time that it's worked out.
The amount of times they just threaten the ban of TikTok is so crazy. I don't think anyone ever is going to, it's going to be like the boy cried wolf. They're going to be like, yeah, we're going to ban TikTok like next week. And everyone's going to be like, probably not. And then TikTok probably will actually get banned. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure TikTok was supposed to either get banned this week or next week, but now it got delayed another 75 days. So
some absolutely tragic scenes are coming out of the Dominican Republic this morning. Over 113 people have died after the roof of an iconic nightclub in the country's capital collapsed during a concert attended by musicians, politicians, and athletes. There were 800 people inside the venue when this happened, and they had all come to see the performance of legendary singer Ruby Perez. Now, initially reports said that Perez had been rescued, but unfortunately we now know that to not be true. He was found alive under the rubble, but he later died due to his injuries. Some of the victims also include Governor Nelsie Cruz, who is also the sister of 7-time Major League Basketball All-Star Nelson Cruz, former MLB pitcher Octavio Dotel, and World Series winning Dominican baseball player Tony Cabrera, who actually reports say heroically saved his friend by pushing him out of harm's way before being fatally struck himself. Now, we still don't actually know why the roof collapsed, especially at a time where so many people were inside the venue. But of course, as we know more, I'll keep you guys updated.
Oh, good morning. No, not good morning. You already know. Why are you here? You already know. You just want money. Money, 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 money. Money, get out of here, bro. Money. All you want, don't care about people. Only money. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go. Go.
Nah, he really going through it. I saw some people in the comments that were like, oh, he's a millionaire talking about, oh, money, money, money. So ironic. But at the same time, I feel different about that. Yeah, he is a millionaire talking about, all you want is money, money, money. But at the same time, he didn't get his millions through just harassing people all day. Just like, hey guys.
We need to investigate everybody who worked on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Because somebody who was in that room is a time traveler, and I am sure of that. If I were to tell you 13 years ago a game developer would predict the future, you'd probably call me crazy, right? But stay with me. You see, Black Ops 2 was released in November of 2012, and in every single Call of Duty game, there's a campaign. And in the campaign of Black Ops 2, China and the United States are in a Cold War. But why exactly did China and the United States get into a Cold War? As it says right here, it's because China stopped exporting rare earth elements, which is something that sounds ridiculously insane, like that would never happen. Only yesterday, that's what China did. You may be thinking, oh my gosh, this is a reach. It's a video game who said sometime in the future this would all happen. But it gets even crazier when you realize when Black Ops 2 was set. Because in this video game, it's not set in 2012. In fact, it is set in the year 2025. As in the year 2025 that we are in. Meaning that 13 years ago, the game development team that was building Black Ops 2 accurately predicted all of this down to the exact year that this is happening.
Yeah, I used to play Black Ops 2 back in the day, and I was just thinking like, damn, 2025 is far and it's the future, and now we're literally in 2025. That's crazy. That means when they're developing a game, probably back in like, I feel like 2 years before they released it, so maybe like 2011. That means they really predicted what was going on in today, modern age. That's crazy. I gotta say, Black Ops 2 is my top 2 favorite game of all time.
If you fire a bullet at the crocodile that's charging at you, most people think they would kill it instantly, but that's not exactly what would happen. A crocodile's skull is reinforced with thick, bony plates called osteoderms, making it as tough as real-life tank armor. So a low-caliber round fired straight into its head would most likely just bounce off.
All right, an American YouTuber under arrest in India after visiting a remote island that is off limits to visitors. Mikhailo Palakov from Arizona was arrested back in March. Police say the 24-year-old recorded himself leaving a can of Diet Coke on North Sentinel Island in an attempt to make contact with the tribe that lives there. The Sentinelese tribe, which is known for killing outsiders, has been isolated from the rest of the world for thousands of years. Polyakov is set to appear in court next week. He faces up to 5 years in prison.
Ever noticed that the celebrity world is full of doppelgangers? And Hollywood just keeps getting weirder by the day? Well, what if I told you that some of the biggest celebrities never actually left us? They just jumped ship, changed names, and lived a completely different narrative. And most of them are still walking amongst us today. Obviously, this is just for entertainment, guys. Nothing I say is scientifically proven, but it's food for thought. After all, I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, you know what I mean? So Lady Gaga famously died, but what if she actually just recycled and pushed new narratives as Lady Gaga? You see, when Amy Winehouse died, Lady Gaga got miraculously pretty famous very quick. About 2 years after it, Lady Gaga was an absolute star. Their faces are absolutely symmetrical, and they even have a perfect alignment of birthmarks on their back right-hand shoulder. To me, it's undeniable that something crazy was going on with this situation. Lady Gaga even recently slipped up on stage and said that she had to let go of her old self to become her new self. Strange. What about these two very symmetrical, beautiful souls? Yes, Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix have a massive similarity. Not only that, Jimi Hendrix died and Morgan Freeman starred in his first ever movie a year later. And boom, once again they have very perfect alignment with freckles and birthmarks. The chances of all of these happening to the perfect similarity is 1 in 10 billion. Impossible. Our worldwide very loved Robin Williams is also still alive. He's living under a guy called Uncle Pappy, who's got tens of millions of followers online, just doing inspirational videos, stood in a lake, living the dream.
Dude, what would be the point of someone trying to end their suffering and get out of the limelight just for them to get back into the limelight under a different... It'd be a waste of everyone's time. Am I bugging?
Let me finish this video up with a lovely video of our Uncle Pappy himself doing an impression of Robin Williams. You will see how uncanny this guy is, because it's actually him.
It seems I can't make a video without people comparing me to Robin Williams, and that man brings a damn tear of joy to my eye. I love him so much, man. So I'm gonna do a little Robin impression for y'all, okay? This is Robin Williams talking to me about swimming with the alligators. Let me see now, Pappy, you swim with the alligators. If you get attacked, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, it's a grand adventure. I don't know, go easy on me, I'm just trying, man. I packed it a lot.
Makes you think, doesn't it? If this is going on and they can just recycle celebrities, what else aren't they telling us?
This is a true story. A couple was stranded at sea when a huge shark appeared. The boy drew a dagger and turned to the girl. "Only one of us can survive," he said. Then, without hesitation, he pushed her into the water and paddled away as fast as he could, leaving her behind. Shocked and heartbroken, the girl trembled as tears streamed down her face. She closed her eyes, accepting her fate, bracing for the inevitable. But the shark didn't come for her. Instead, it darted past her and went straight for the boy. He was dragged beneath the waves. By some miracle, the girl was rescued by a passing boat. Years later, she returned to the sea and saw an old man weeping by the waves. Curious, she approached and asked why he was crying. The old man told her he lost a son to a shark attack a few years ago. The girl almost threw up of disgust.
Dude, that's wild. That's literally karma at its finest.
You have to understand that when you go into the Appalachian Mountains, you are entering into another realm. And there is a set of unspoken rules that you must follow. Rule number 1, if you hear something calling your name, right, you didn't. There is nothing there. And you should not respond. Do not say hello. Do not say, who is it? Just run away. Because something is trying to gain permission, and by you acknowledging it, you are allowing it to come after you. If you hear screams in the mountains, right, you didn't. And do not go towards the direction of the screams to try and help, because once again, something is trying to lure you. If you see people, you don't. If you hear crying, you're not hearing it. Do not respond to this at all, because you are giving permission to whatever is in those woods to come after you. Now, if you are to go camping in the Appalachian Mountains, right, you have to remember, at night, you must keep a fire going at all times. And it's not for warmth, it's not for cooking, it's to keep you safe. And if you are going to camp in a tent, make sure when you go into that tent, it is sealed up. There are no holes, there are no cracks. And if you hear any kind of screaming, yelling, or anyone calling your name, do not respond. Do not go to sleep. And if something wakes you up, stay alert, and once again, do not respond. Now, it's very important when you are walking through the Appalachian Mountains, if you come across a deer carcass, do not touch it, do not stare at it, walk away, ignore it, because this is something, once again, trying to lure you into the woods. Now, if it comes to the point that something is chasing you and it gets you, and there is no escape, fight as hard as you can, whether it's a person, an animal. If it's something else though, and you know what I'm talking about, well, you just let it get you, right? Because at that point, there's nothing you can do. And there's an old saying, you go into the Appalachian Mountains with 2 bullets, right? You fire the first one at something that isn't a person, that isn't an animal. And if it doesn't run away, you know what to do.
Hello. Can you say mama?
Yeah.
Hello. It's your dad. You feel me? Can you say dada? Can you say dada?
You know what I'm saying? Get no.
You know what you need to do?
You know.
Say dada.
Say dada.
Say dada.
Say dada. Say dada.
Or you better say dada.
Say dada. He ain't playing.
Let me see that smile. Probably scared you, I'm sorry.
Does it? Oh my God! Hey, stop smiling when it comes to her, man. Dang. What? One more time.
Hi. Hello.
You look concerned. I'ma just. Bro, what is it that she got that I don't got?
Children's show television star Miss Rachel is in some hot water for two things. One is that she commented on Dylan Mulvaney's TikTok saying when you're in New York City, you should come film an episode with us, which got really mixed reviews. Miss Rachel already does have a trans actor who's in a lot of episodes, so I think people's problem is more that it's Dylan specifically, not the fact that it's a trans person. From a marketing perspective, even just asking Dylan gets a lot of eyes on the show, but ultimately, because they are so controversial, if I was on her PR team, I might ask another trans person to be on that doesn't have quite so much baggage. Next, like 2 weeks ago, she sang a song. In said song, she mentioned all of the children, including the hostages in Gaza. When she was faced with backlash about it, she basically said, I love all children. I love the children in Israel. I love the children in Gaza. No innocent children deserve to be hurt. And she also used her platform to raise funds for the children in Gaza. And she made a video clarifying it, again saying all children deserve to be loved no matter where they're at. Handled beautifully.
All right, guys. So I just saw another content creator on here just say that if you block the Facebook page of TikTok, your For You page kind of goes back normal. I said, screw it. What do I have to lose? Let me try it. I just went on it. I blocked it. And guess what? My For You page kind of like took a turn out of nowhere. I don't know if it's just pure coincidence or if there's any truth behind this. Try it. Why not? Because I'm seeing my old kind of videos popping back up. Like people listing stuff for sale. Luigi Mangione just came back up. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if there's coincidence, but just try it. Just try it.
If mythical creatures actually existed, which one would be the worst? Do you know how much shit we would be in if dragons were real? We're talking about behemoth lizards that breathe fire. I'm talking about any city can be turned into ashes. And if you don't get burned, you probably gonna get stepped on. I'm talking like we all getting Human Torch powers without the speed, without the flight, without blasting shit out your hands. Not me though, because I'm built different. Dragons are sitting on top of the food chain, so humans are getting eaten. Other large animals getting eaten. Nobody's gonna combat them. Our main military advantage today is air. But with dragons around, that shit is over with. And if you still decide to take a flight to go get your BBL or your hair transplant, that shit is... Did I mention that they were big as fuck? They're definitely going to overhunt with their greedy asses. That just means there's no resources left for y'all humans. And they'll give you another bill. You'll need fireproofing for your home. Humans will honestly be extinct. We deadass cannot live with this bullshit. Dragons would be cool to see because it's something that we never seen before. But after that little bit of time, that shit dead. I'm gonna be alright though, because I'm coming like her.
Oh no, look at all the blood. Yes.
you think is the most extraordinary scientific mind that we've, that humanity has produced?
There is no contest. Isaac Newton. Nothing. Nobody comes close. He, working alone, discovers the laws of motion. Then he discovers the law of gravity, universal law of gravitation. Oh, and then someone asked, why do your planets orbit in this shape, ellipses, the ovals, rather than perfect circle? He said, I don't know, I'll get back to you. And he goes home, and he comes back, I finally have my answer. And they said, well, Isaac, how did you do that? Well, I had to invent integral and differential calculus to answer that question. He then discovers the laws of optics, deducing that white light is composed of colors. Because you could take those same colors, recombine them, and get white light. He does all of this. Then he turns 26.
If y'all didn't know, now you know. This is where y'all get y'all crawfish from. Oh, uh-oh. You see this, feel this water right here? This bed? These little crawfish holes. There's a crawfish down in there somewhere. All the way down in there, that's where crawfish be. They don't come from the ocean, they come from out here. Right there, these piles. Crawfish come straight out of there. Ain't that right, Rim Dog? They don't know, just eating wet bugs. Get out of there!
I hate to break it to you, but space doesn't actually look like this, or even this. While space photography has advanced dramatically over the last 80 years, what we see in these images isn't exactly reality. The first photo taken from space was snapped in 1946, just 65 miles above Earth, barely reaching the edge of space. Today we get breathtaking, colorful images of the cosmos regularly. But here's the thing, those colors aren't what you'd see with your own eyes. Telescopes like the James Webb capture light beyond human vision, infrared, ultraviolet, and even X-ray. To make sense of this data, NASA assigns colors through a process called false coloring. This isn't just for aesthetics. It reveals hidden details and structures in space that would otherwise be invisible. So, while the universe might not look exactly how we imagine, these images offer us a deeper, more beautiful glimpse into the unseen wonders of space.
There's a huge commotion at Kim Kardashian's Skims pop-up at Mel's Diner on Sunset Boulevard this week, and Kim thought the pop-up would be all about her, but there was another star that got a way bigger crowd and way more paparazzi for them. This young male star who was like concealing his identity was eating at the pop-up, clearly saw that he was getting noticed, had a whole swarm of fans for him, so he went outside and then got mobbed. People were having this young man sign their arm, sign anything, like this is true like Justin Bieber fan behavior. And when I tell you this is the craziest thing, this is not a lie, I promise you from the bottom of my heart. I saw this whole thing happen from across the street. This is a video from my phone. I saw this because I was doing my ab workout. And I see him getting like chased down the street as if it's 2010's Justin Bieber. But at first I couldn't really tell who it is. And since it's the Skims pop-up, I was like, is that one of the Kardashian adjacent men right now? Like, is it Timothy Chalamet? Is it Travis Barker? I had no idea at first. But lo and behold, I found out who it was. It's actually the same guy who was getting paparazzi'd with Justin Bieber last year, Ryan Halsa. He's a huge, young social media star, so obviously all the girls are gonna love him and get excited about him, and now he's tiptoeing into pop music. He has a new song out called Crash Out. It's very experimental, it's very interesting. A lot of people seem to be super excited about it and supporting him, and people are theorizing that he'll be like the new fresh face of male pop stars, because everyone wants the male pop stars.
Why doesn't anyone want to live in upstate New York? You may have heard that New York State is densely populated, but what's interesting is that the majority of its population lives in only one place, New York City. The rest of the state, especially the northern part, with its forests, lakes, and majestic mountains, is surprisingly empty. The story begins with history. New York City was once the destination for waves of immigrants, a gateway for trade with the world. The job opportunities, modern lifestyle, and potential for a new life attracted millions of people. Meanwhile, the north, where snow falls heavily and winters last for months, doesn't offer the same allure. With fewer job opportunities and slower urban development, many young people decided to leave. However, upstate New York is by no means lacking. It's a place with fertile land, stunning natural scenery, and a slow, peaceful pace of life. Perhaps in the future, as people start to seek balance and escape the hustle and bustle of the city, Upstate New York will gradually revive, becoming a new promised land for those who value nature and a simpler life. Are you here?
As someone who currently lives in upstate New York, I can tell you it's boring as hell here. But if you're like older and you're looking for like a retirement, chill area, you know what I'm saying, nice scenery, nice trees, nice like lakes and stuff, I feel like a lot of older people would like NY, but like upstate New York. But for the younger folks, if you're not in New York City, then it's kind of just like boring.
This was a story that shocked the world, even drawing the attention of Elon Musk. A coach took 12 students on a cave exploration trip, but an unexpected torrential downpour caused a flash flood within an hour, blocking the only exit and trapping them inside. Faced with extreme hunger, they made a pact. If someone did not survive, the others would use their body as food to stay alive. The incident took place on 23rd June 2018 in the Tem Luang Cave, Thailand. That day, the youth football team Wild Boars decided to explore the cave to celebrate the arrival of new members and one of the players' birthdays. The 12 boys, aged between 11 and 16, were accompanied by their 25-year-old coach, Ekapol Chantawang. The cave stretches approximately 10.3 kilometers, and every year during the July monsoon season, it becomes completely flooded, with water levels rising up to 5 meters. In the past, sudden floods had already led to disappearances, which is why access to the cave was strictly forbidden during the season. Upon entering, the boys left their bicycles and backpacks at the entrance, unaware that these objects would later become the key clue to their disappearance. Just an hour later, as they attempted to return, the seasonal rains, which typically arrived in July, came early, rapidly flooding the cave and blocking their exit. With no other option, the coach led the group deeper into the cave, searching for higher ground to escape the rising water and await rescue. As the floodwaters advanced quickly, they managed to reach an area called Pattaya Beach, where they were temporarily safe. However, the water level continued to rise, forcing them to move even further into the cave. Fear began to spread among the boys as time passed. Outside, parents noticed their children had not returned and, worried, alerted the authorities. The police found the boys' bicycles and backpacks at the cave entrance, confirming that they had gone inside. However, the lack of proper equipment and specialized personnel made it difficult to begin a rescue operation. On 24th June, the Thai Navy SEALs took over the mission. However, visibility underwater was extremely poor, and the divers lacked experience in cave rescues, making the operation even more challenging. As the heavy rains continued to hinder efforts, Thailand requested international assistance. The news spread rapidly, capturing global attention. Cave diving experts and volunteers from multiple countries rushed to the site with specialized equipment. In no time, nearly 1,000 people were involved in the operation. A large water pumping system was installed to reduce the flooding, but the relentless rain made the effort almost useless. On 29th of June, 3 rescue workers sustained minor injuries due to an electrical leak in the pumping system. Underwater drones with thermal imaging technology were then deployed to detect signs of life, but initially, nothing was found. Experienced divers searched the cave by feeling along the walls in the darkness and laying down guide ropes to ensure a safe path in and out. At every possible air pocket, they would surface and call out, hoping to hear a response. After days of exhausting searches, rescuers finally reached Pattaya Beach, but the area was completely submerged. They only found a few pairs of the boys' trainers, and despair spread among the rescue team. Many believed that after so many days, survival was no longer possible. However, 2 British divers, John Valanthan and Rick Stanton, refused to give up. On 2nd July, after 9 days of searching, they ventured even deeper into the cave and, around 4 km from the entrance, found all 12 boys and their coach alive. The scene was unbelievable. After 9 days without food and in total darkness, they were still alive. They were weak, thin, and exhausted, but remarkably, they still had the strength to respond. With no food, they had survived by drinking the water that dripped from the cave walls. In their desperation, they had even considered that if one of them died, the others would use their body as food to stay alive.
Really? A bus crash?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dang, I don't remember it. Guess that's probably good.
That usually happens. It's just split second.
Well, cool. I guess thanks for letting me know.
Oh, wait.
What?
Before you go on to the next phase of heaven, you get to ask one question about anything you want.
What do you mean?
You know, the nature of the universe, any question about your life in general, a friend's life.
This is like a big decision. What kind of questions do people ask?
Oh, you know, like how many steps you took through your whole life. I mean, I don't know, how many times you swore.
Oh.
Stuff like that. Or like, what's the meaning of life?
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let her rip.
Yeah.
Any question?
This might be dumb, but can I ask like about a song?
What do you mean?
Like I've had a song stuck in my head for a while, and I have not been able to figure out what it is. Like.
Yeah, I guess so. Couldn't you just like ask? You could. Okay.
Has anyone done that before?
No, actually.
Okay.
No, I was just thinking like you could have asked like, I don't know, ChatGPT or Google when you were alive, but.
I tried.
Really?
I spent like a full night one time just like looking through playlists, just trying to figure out what song it was, and I could not figure it out.
Wow.
So.
Well, I can pretty much do anything, so whatever. If that's your question, go for it.
Right.
Sing what you know.
Okay. I've never really sang in front of anyone.
Don't worry, no judgment. We're already past the judgment phase.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's kind of like bum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. And then it kind of like restarts. Sorry if that was bad.
Bum 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 bum. No, should know this.
Yeah.
Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Or no, right?
Yeah, and it goes down.
Oh, bum 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 bum.
Oh, not like that. I don't know. It's kind of like folky too. It's kind of like I feel like there's like an accordion or something, or
accordion.
Like maybe piano. I don't know.
Okay.
Sounds kind of like folk music, but I think it's from like a Cartoon Network show. I think.
Oh boy.
Like I thought it was like the Foster's theme, but that's completely different.
Oh yeah.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
No, that one's like. Dun 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 dun. I don't even know that. I'm not good at this. Yeah, damn. Bum 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 bum. Fuck. No, I don't know.
You don't know it?
Honestly, I can't figure it out. We can ask somebody, or.
That's my question?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh man.
Once you ask it, it's kind of closes it out. We could apply, go up the board, but there's a lot of bureaucracy and shit. It's gonna take weeks, months.
I mean, I guess I have eternity though, right?
Oh yeah, weeks here, it's like millions of years and stuff. So that's, yeah. Okay. Sorry, that's part of the next phase. I'll explain that part. Sucks, but I tried. My bad. All right.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Right. Thanks for trying though.
Yeah. No worries. Welcome to heaven.
Oh,
congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll probably ask around when I'm in there.
Go for it. Yeah. You're good. I'll ask around too. Sorry, couldn't figure it out.
And if you guys know the song, please let me know, because it's actually been stuck in my head for like months, and I don't know what it's from.
This is insane. Scientists have just shocked the world after releasing a video where you can hear the first direwolf howl in 10,000 years. The Times just wrote an article about it and described it as the return of the direwolf. Now, if you didn't already know, direwolves once roamed the Americas from Canada all the way down to Venezuela, but about 10,000 years ago, they vanished, going extinct along with other giant Ice Age animals like the mammoth. But their bones stayed behind. And fast forward to 2025, scientists at Colossal Biosciences recently discovered ancient DNA inside fossils that dated all the way back from 11,000 to 72,000 years old. Then, using that DNA that they discovered, they managed to decode the direwolf's entire genetic blueprint. And here is where things get wild. They took ordinary DNA from a gray wolf and then edited it gene by gene to perfectly match the ancient direwolf's genetic code. Then, using domestic dogs as surrogate mothers, Romulus and Remus were born in October. Colossal claim that they are the first de-extinct animals ever. And at just 6 months old, they are already 4 feet long, weigh 80 pounds. And what's crazier is that instead of being really friendly and cuddly, the Times report that they're kind of cold, cautious, and avoid humans entirely. They even avoid the people who raised them and bottle fed them from birth. Colossal posted about this achievement on X, saying, "This moment marks not just a milestone for us as a company, but also a leap forward for science, conservation, and humanity." They said they're aiming to revolutionize endangered species by mastering genetic technology. And if successful, not only could we hold on to our current species from going extinct, but maybe even bring back the ones lost to the past. However, not everyone is celebrating. Some say calling this de-extinction is disingenuous, arguing that they are only grey wolves with 20 edited genes to mimic direwolf traits. And others warn that this kind of genetic meddling could lead to catastrophic consequences. But what do you think? Is this an amazing scientific breakthrough that should continue to be pursued? Or are we messing with things far beyond our control, risking consequences that we can't possibly predict?
Nah, because I was thinking, like, what type of Jurassic World like, bro, what? Like, why do we need to bring back extinct animals? Like, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? They're extinct. God just didn't want them here with us, you know what I'm saying? So why do we need to intervene? Like, no, we're bringing them back. You could already tell, like, they were saying that, like, they're trying to feed it, you know what I'm saying, make it more humane. And it was like, yo, screw these dudes. They might have grew us, but, like, I don't like them. So I think we should just honestly leave the world as it is and stop trying to bring back these things before they take us out. You know what I'm saying? They come in and we go out. That's how I feel. But anyways, if you guys like this video, remember to like the video, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for an hour and 15 minutes. That's like, the video is gonna be shorter because I'm gonna edit it, of course. But like, if y'all could see what I'm seeing right now, I'm gonna show y'all. It says I've been here for an hour and 15 minutes just recording this video. So if you see the video, like the video. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes this video, because why not? If you haven't already subscribed, let's try to get to 50k subs. We're literally right on the edge. We're like here. Like, let's just get over that edge, and the next goal is 100k, so I can get that silver plaque. That beautiful silver plaque that every YouTuber has that hits over 100k. So if you guys like the video, remember to like the video. Let's try to get to 2k likes. Love y'all, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one, because I kind of enjoyed this one. I'm not gonna lie. Peace out.
Thank you all for watching this here video.